Morning everyone, my name's Henry Crothers. I'm a landscape architect and urban designer at LandLab based in Auckland. We've been working with Morgan and Richard on the Access to Water project for a while now, and I'm just going to try and talk to you a little bit about the background of the project and provide a bit of context in terms of what we're looking for in terms of a creative or artistic input into the project. Perhaps the first thing is that the Access to Water project phase 1 is part of a wider concept that's been developed for the entire Tauranga city waterfront, from the bridge in the south through to the bridge in the north. It also relates to some work that we've been involved in terms of the civic campus project in the heart of the city centre. In many ways, this project it sort of sits at the intersection of these two kind of key initiatives, a kind of north-south waterfront or water's edge axis and an east-west civic axis that extends from the civic campus where the current Tauranga City Council building is through Masonic Park to meet the water's edge. So we've selected this location as the first phase of the project because we think this sort of marking and reinforcing this intersection of these two key axes is an important move for the city centre, and it reinforces this as kind of the centre of Tauranga. And it's important in terms of this idea of sort of stitching together land and sea and making a meaningful connection between the city and the water. We've looked at a bunch of options around how to kind of do that, and obviously it's reasonably kind of complex water's edge condition to deal with. So the idea we've been working towards is to try and make a kind of a blue space or a blue room on the edge of the water that is defined by two new water structures. In the future, we hope that there's a wharf on the extension of Wharf Street, like there used to be in the past, which would define the southern edge of this blue room. And then on the north side, there's a new pier that has been proposed, and that creates the northern edge of that. And then within the centre, or contained within those two piers, the idea of a kind of sculptural set of stairs which leads you down to the water, provides that direct access to and tactile engagement with the water. It sets up a kind of amphitheatre or a space that can be used for occupation of the water's edge, views and vistas of Tauranga's harbour, and the idea that it could be occupied and sort of appropriated for a range of waterfront events and celebrations. So I guess the project at the moment really consists of two key components. The new pier, which is for viewing. It provides access from the water via a new pontoon, and includes a jump platform or a dive platform, which will hopefully attract and enable people to swim and engage with the water in a direct way. And then the second component is the tidal stairs, which is the way we propose to kind of transition from the existing water's edge promenade down to the water itself. So those two things are hopefully able to be enriched with some site-specific and meaningful creative intervention that sort of reinforces some of those key moves. I think one of the things for us that's really important and potentially kind of challenging around this location is the things that currently already exist around it. So it's kind of busy in terms of the adjacent activities, the railway line, the playground, the water feature, the Hury McCleary intervention. And so one of the challenges, I guess, is to try and introduce something new into this environment without kind of adding to or overwhelming or kind of causing the sense of sort of clutter or the sense there's too many things happening in this one location. So that's one of the key challenges we see in this. I think what we really like to think would happen is that we get something that's sort of integrated and kind of built into the project, something that resonates with Tauranga's sense of place, and perhaps something that tells some of the kind of key stories and heritage and narratives that would reinforce an understanding of and sort of amplification of the idea of what Tauranga's urban waterfront is all about.